It is March 6th, 3:03 p.m., and we are looking at Pinterest, Pins. And wanted to point out that it's only at 1% IV, and so that's very low. And when you look at the unusual options activity today, I found something here at 10:18 a.m. And this is actually a calendar spread at the 28.5 calls. And that's very interesting because the volatility is so low, and calendar spreads are actually beneficial if volatility increases. And there's lots of room to improve volatility or go up if you're at 1%. So that is a very good strategy. Right off the bat, I noticed that. And then these 5,666 contracts that were sold at the near term at March 10, and then they bought half of that amount at 31 March. So that's the calendar spread here. It's at this ratio of 2 to 1. So that's something to take into account. It's a ratio calendar spread. So if we analyze this, well, we'll look at this is. Let me just quickly also show you. This is where they bought or sold the. You see the high volume here at the 28.5. So they sold two of these, and then they bought the 31s here. You see the volume here. And so they just bought one of them and then sold two of them. And so this is what it looks like. Here you are. This is what it looks like with Pinterest. This upside calendar that it's going to go up and stay kind of around this area, targeting the 28.5, and any kind of movement up is always going to be good as long as it doesn't cross 29. So that's their break even here, and that's probably where they'll cut losses if it does actually go past 29. And the likelihood of that, well, if we look at it, it's not very likely because this is a resistance here where it reached on February 2nd. This was one of its highs. So right now we're here, and so it's going to go up and just hit this resistance. And that's what this option is saying to us right now. And if we look at the cost of this trade, you could see here that one of these kind of trades is going to cost 40. But however, since they're selling two calls here, it's actually taken up a buying power of about 400 for each of these. And so since there was a total of 2833 of these, so you take 2833 of these and you calculate that, it was about 400 buying power. So 2833, that requires $1.1 million of buying power. So this is an institution that put on this trade, and they wanted to take advantage of this increase in Pinterest, which is a very good theta, actually, a very high theta, because as it kind of stays around this range, the theta is very high. And if it does kind of drop, it's very reduced loss here. The loss is very minimal. It's only if it breaks 29, they'll start having that loss. And that's very unlikely because of this resistance here at the 29 mark. So that's the unusual trade based on the options today. That is very unusual that you can consider. So again, yeah, if you like this video, consider subscribing. It really helps out so I can keep making these videos and spotting unusual activity every day and letting you all know what's going on in the hedge funds, large institutions that have millions of dollars, and using more research and technology and maybe even insider info that they're using to trade. But us, so we need to level up that playing field. Thank you and good luck.